So every single morning I wake up at 4 a.m., no excuses, right? Every single day, including weekends. So even if I've had loads of drinks the night before, which twice a month I sometimes go out drinking, I'd say roughly about twice a month, I'll be fucking hungover the next day, but I'll still get up at 4 a.m. because I understand why and how important it really is. So there's no snooze button, there's no more 10 more minutes until I get up. I've been doing this for the last 12 months and I'm up before the world even blinks, boys. I'm awake before most people have even done their final toss and turn before they wake up. So most of my evenings end at about 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. depending on whether I've got a coaching call, depending on whether I've got PTs, right? From Monday to Friday, I've always got PTs that end at about 9 p.m. So that means I'm probably asleep by about 11, 12 p.m. on those nights. But then on some nights, I might finish my personal training and then I might have a sales call from a guy from America or Canada or something like that. And then I'm in bed by about 11 p.m, midnight-ish. And then I'm back up again at 4 a.m. before the world even blinks. So I promise you guys, I get a lot more done compared to most people. While people sleep in, scrolling, complaining about how shit their life is, I get after it. I've already trained, planned, primed myself and coached people before most people even wake up. I get more done before 9 a.m. than most people achieve in their whole day. Most of you guys are operating at 10% of your true capacity. A lot of your guys' main mission is to go to the gym, right? The problem is with this is you guys wake up on your phone, wake up, first thing you do is scroll through your phone. And let's just say you start the day off with 100 brain points, for example. Most people will waste 5 brain points scrolling, and then they'll go have a really heavy carby breakfast, which is going to make their digestion slow them down. And then that's going to take away 15 brain points. They don't even go to the gym before work. They go to work, and then that takes away 50 brain points minimum because you've just done a 10-hour shift with your boss that you absolutely hate. You finish that shift and you're on about 30 brain points. But the problem is, most of you guys require at least 50 brain points to even go to the gym because it's something that you're not used to doing. By the time it finishes work, you guys have got 30 brain points left over and you guys need 50 brain points in order to go to the gym. But the problem is you've run out of brain points. So instead of going to the gym, you'll continue to do the degenerate shit. Like you'll go home and watch porn. You'll go home and text women that don't even like you. You'll go home and scroll through social media. You'll go home and play video games. And then by the end of the day, you've wasted all of your brain points and you've done nothing for the day. So I'm going to teach you how to get a shit ton more work done with this routine later on. Before we talk about that, I just want you guys to understand that I'm tired is just a habit, right? This is just a phrase that people repeat until they believe it. Most of the time, it's not even real. So don't ever identify as a weakness. Tiredness is a weakness. If you identify as tired, that means you've basically told yourself that you can't do stuff, right? So real men operate despite how they feel. They do not really care how they feel. They do the work anyway. Most little boys or most women, if they don't feel like doing something, they won't do it. If they feel like eating junk food, they'll do it because they can get away with it, right? They're women and their children. We're men here, so we still do the work regardless of how we feel. And unfortunately, guys, if you guys want insane results, you have to become a little bit insane, I'm afraid. It's just one of the requirements. If you want insane results, you have to be a little bit tapped in the head. You have to be a little bit insane. All of the important and the famous people that you guys can think of, like all of the athletes that you guys look up to, Elon Musk and all of the nerds that you guys might look up to, they're all a little bit insane and they all have something that they do in order to be a little bit insane, which I'm going to talk about soon anyway. But it seems backwards, lads, but you start off the day with zero energy. You've just woke up at 4 a.m. Of course you're going to feel shit. Your adenosine levels are going to be so low, which is basically your tiredness, awakeness hormone, right? If your adenosine is really low, that means you're really tired. So when you wake up, of course, you still got adenosine. But you start off the day with zero energy, but as you guys complete tasks, you get more energy. So discipline kills fatigue. You're not tired, you've just never really pushed through a tough part of your life. And that's when you're tired, really. If you guys are tired and you still push through anyway, that means that you're training your tiredness levels, right? You've never trained your body and mind to go regardless of how you feel. You guys are still operating like children and women, like I said beforehand. When you're truly locked in, when your mission actually matters, fatigue fades away and discipline takes over. Okay, so when you guys have like daily missions for yourself, it doesn't matter how tired you are. If you guys are as obsessive compulsive like I am, you'll still get the fucking mission done. So it's not about how tired you are, it's about how much discipline you guys have. So you guys don't need more rest, you just basically need more of a purpose. If you guys have a purpose, you have unlimited energy, right? So I get up at 4 a.m. every fucking morning, right? And my MMA class down here starts at 7 p.m. Of course, by the time it gets to 7 p.m., I'm fucking knackered and I can't be asked to do it, right? Sometimes I don't really want to go, even though I love training martial arts, teaching martial arts. But if I didn't have some sort of purpose, which is teaching men how to fight, teaching men how to get into amazing shape, then I just wouldn't fucking go, would I? But because I've got some responsibility and I've got a purpose, that's the reason why I go. So most people don't need a nap, they just need a reason to stay awake. My reason to stay awake is because I've got MMA guys to teach. If I don't turn up, no class gets taught because I'm the only MMA coach at the gym. If I don't turn up, they're going to have some sort of boxing coach trying to teach them how to grapple, right? So I can't let my fucking students just get away with doing shit workouts, right? I've got to make sure that my teammates do well. So my purpose is teaching people how to fight, and as a result, that keeps me awake, because if I'm asleep during that time, then I'll get a bollocking from my manager at the gym, and then I'll get told off for it. So if you guys actually had something to actually do, instead of like, I've got 5 different choices of what I could possibly do after work, then you guys probably wouldn't go for a nap, and you guys probably would be more motivated to do something that actually benefits your life. Your purpose, right? Purpose keeps you going when comfort tells you to sleep. So when comfort is like smacking you around the face saying, eat the junk food, use your right hand and wank over some pixels, use your left hand to scroll through social media, when the comfort devil on your shoulder starts telling you to do shit, your purpose is the angel on your shoulder saying, no, you can't do that, because you've got to make sure that you're in good shape by the end of the month because you've got a holiday. You've got to make sure that you make weight for this fight. You've got to make sure that your teammates do really well on this fight. You've got to make sure you turn up and support your teammates. So guys, get yourself a fucking purpose. Have a reason to live. Make sure that when you're walking around, you're not an NPC just looking at your phone. Make sure that when you're walking around to different places, you're actually on some sort of mission. You've actually got something to do. So what could your purpose actually be then, boys? Maybe it could be escaping the 9 to 5 like I did. Maybe it could be achieving single-digit body fat. Okay, this may not be something that you guys can do forever, but you can temporarily achieve a single-digit body fat percentage and then take a few pictures. At least that gives you some sort of fucking purpose, right? Adding 5 kilos of lean muscle to your frame, competing in the cage like I have, earning enough money so that you can retire your parents early, setting up some sort of direct debit to your parents to say, look, here's $1,000 a month that you guys can have, and this might help you guys, instead of having to work as a slave at your job, that maybe you guys can retire and have more free time for yourself. Pick one purpose that you guys want to work on. It literally could be anything, and make that your main mission for every single day. And I guarantee you guys will start to not fuck things off as often. Here's a daily routine that I've talked about in a few videos, but this daily morning routine will give you unlimited energy. Have a set wake up time, boys. So it doesn't have to be 4 o'clock in the morning. It could be 5 a.m. It could be 6 a.m. It really does depend on when you start work. Okay, so if you start work at 9 a.m., you probably don't have to be getting up at 4 a.m. like I do. Maybe you could get up at 5:30 a.m. But make sure that this wake up time that you pick right now is going to be the wake up time for you to have on weekends, when you've got work during the week as well. And also account for the fact that if you are still a degenerate, which I can be sometimes too, and you guys like to drink sometimes, make sure that this wake up time still happens even if you guys go out drinking. So if you guys have to go out drinking every fucking Friday and Saturday like all of these retards, then do that, but make sure that you guys can actually sustainably wake up every single day. What this will do is it will fix your circadian rhythm. So naturally, if you guys are going to wake up at the same sort of time every day, your body will adjust and it will make you go to sleep at the same time every day. if one day you wake up at 12 p.m., one day you wake up at 4 a.m., one day you wake up at 3 p.m., one day you wake up at 11 a.m., then your circadian rhythm's all fucked, right? And basically what that does is it gives you all of these different energy spikes. And you guys want to have a pretty consistent energy levels. You don't want to have like really highs, really lows, really highs, really lows, because that's when your brain points get absolutely diminished. You guys want to have consistent energy levels. And the way that you guys do that is by fixing your circadian rhythm by getting up at the same time every day. So once you guys have ticked your first dopamine box by just waking up in the morning, no snoozing the alarm, you get up at the time that your alarm goes off. The first thing you do is stay away from that fucking phone. As soon as you start looking at that devil phone, hang on, I'm getting it out to show you a better example. As soon as you start looking at your devil phone, you're going to see notifications that piss you off, right? So for me, as soon as I open up my phone, nothing is there. It's just me and my gorgeous girlfriend right there. I don't have people contacting me all the time. I don't have loads of different notifications coming up on my phone all the time. As soon as you start looking at that phone, brain points start to diminish. You're going to be looking at stressy messages from the night before. Don't wake up in a reactive state. Wake up in a proactive state. And the way that you guys do that is by not looking at your phone. Because if you guys look at your phone, especially scrolling through your phone, like on social media, you guys are going to be looking at people that you guys look up to. And then because you guys look up to those people, you're going to think to yourself, I don't have a lot. And that's going to instantly put you in a scarcity mindset. And when you're operating on a scarcity mindset, the day is 20 times harder because you're going to be constantly thinking, oh shit, I wish I had this. I wish I had this. Just like that guy on my phone this morning, he's got supermodels on his yachts. He's got supercars. He's 5% body fat all year round, and he's got so much more muscle than I have. You guys are going to think that you're a pathetic worm. And then because you guys think that you're a pathetic worm first thing in the morning, that's how you guys are going to operate all day. Doesn't matter what you guys do to get rid of that. Doesn't matter what you guys do to try and get yourself in a high state. If you guys look at your phone first thing in the morning and you guys are scrolling and seeing people that you guys look up to, that's going to put you in a scarcity mindset. When you guys are in a scarcity mindset, you guys are going to feel low all day long. And then because you guys are feeling low all day long, you guys are going to get low results. If you guys wake up and you're in a proactive state, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, then guess what? The day goes like this for you. Everything else is easy. So the day starts off with discipline. And the first thing that you guys need to do, discipline-wise, is get up in the morning, no looking at your phone, and get on with your morning routine, which I'm going to get on with right now. So the first thing you guys should probably do is get yourself some sort of skincare routine. You guys want handsome faces, right? You guys don't want like acne all over your face. And when people look at you, they automatically call you low value. Because unfortunately, if you guys have a shit looking face, then people automatically see you down here. If you guys are really handsome all the time, people admire you. People want to be around you. People want to talk to you. So have some sort of skincare routine. Very simple. Some sort of face wash. Shave every single morning. And then after you've shaved, you should do your face wash. And then once you've done that, some sort of post-shave cream so you don't get all of those horrible spots you get on your face after shaving. And then you put on some sort of moisturizer. If it's in the morning time, which it is right now, then you put on some sort of SPF, some sort of sun cream moisturizer so it stops the sun from making your face look all bumpy and uneven. And after you've done your skincare routine, gratitude list. It's very difficult to welcome new things into your life if you guys aren't grateful. If you guys aren't grateful for the stuff that you already have in your life, it's very difficult to welcome new things into your life. Just like I said to you earlier, if you guys wake up and you start scrolling social media instantly, you guys are going to get yourself into a scarcity mindset because you're going to see what other people have, and then you're going to think that you don't have a lot. That's the opposite of gratefulness. So this is like the counter argument or the counter fight or the counter punch to watching social media first thing in the morning. If you guys do this instead, you guys are going to feel 20 times more happier because you're going to be like, God, I'm grateful I've got arms and legs. God, I'm grateful I'm not a starving Ethiopian in Africa that has no food. God, I'm grateful I've got a gorgeous girlfriend cooking all my meals for me. Whatever it is, just make it 3 thoughts. You can make a list if you guys want. That's even better if you can, but you don't have to make a list. You just wake up, look at yourself in the mirror and say, God, I'm grateful, I'm handsome. Whatever it is. Once you've done your gratitude list, once you've started to feel grateful for the stuff you already have, that's when you start chasing your goals, right? You start writing down your daily mission. Make it one daily mission for yourself. Something that takes you closer towards where you guys want to go. So if it's achieving single digit body fat, your daily mission for the day is to go to the fucking gym. And then you do free icing on the cakes. So as long as you do the main mission, that's fine. But then you've got free icing on the cakes that you write down as well. So my main mission is going to the gym. One of my icing on the cakes is hitting my 10k steps. One of my icing on the cakes is sticking to my meal timing. So making sure I eat at the same sort of time every day. The other icing on the cake could be taking my dog for a walk for some extra steps. Whatever it could be, guys. Make sure that you guys have one daily mission and then 3 icing on the cake goals. And then once you guys have wrote that down, you want to have some sort of morning journal. And what you guys journal is you write down the sort of stuff that you struggled with yesterday and maybe how you're feeling in the morning. Do that for about 5 minutes. And then 5 minutes after that, you're going to start writing down everything that you're going to do today in order to achieve that goal. So after I've washed my face and I've done all of this stuff, I'm going to then go and drive to the gym. Once I've drove to the gym, I'm going to drink my pre-workout. And then once I've drank my pre-workout, I'm going to walk over to the bench press. And then I'm going to start doing my bench press. Once I've done my bench press, I'm going to start doing bicep curls. Whatever it is, guys, you guys have got your own plan. You guys have got your own workout routine. It doesn't even have to be a workout routine. But write down exactly how you're going to accomplish that goal and keep on glancing over it at lunchtime, in the evening time. Keep on having a look at it. And trust me, guys, if you guys follow this religiously, you guys are going to start feeling so much happier consistently. And then, guys, once you've done your morning journaling, remember, you don't have to journal about the gym. But the first thing you guys do, no matter what, is you work out ASAP. Get yourself some caffeine and work out as early as possible. What this does is it changes your brain chemistry. It changes the way you guys think and it puts you in a high vibrational state. If you guys can change your brain chemistry by doing output, by doing cardio, which gives you dopamine through real dopamine exercise, then you guys are going to be operating on such a high vibrational state compared to most people. And if you guys are operating on a high vibrational state and other people aren't, you're at a massive advantage, I should say. So if you guys do these things I've just said now, you have completely primed yourself into the day and you've achieved more than 90% of people have already done already before you even go to work. So guess what? When you go to work, you're going to be the guy that's in a happy, cheery mood. People are going to be attracted to you. You're going to get way more productivity done at work. Your boss is going to treat you better. Everyone around you is going to treat you better because you treat yourself better. So law of attraction, boys. If you treat yourself better, other people treat you better. That's just how it works. So guys, just be undeniable. Stay awake, outwork everyone. So there was I don't know the exact story, but I know it roughly goes like this. But Kobe Bryant, when he first started playing basketball, I think his coach said to him, like, yeah, you're not quite good enough to make it to the team. So he was like, okay, all of these people ahead of me are so much more ahead of me reps wise. So what do I have to do? I have to go to do my workout in the morning and in the evening until I've done two double sessions up until I'm at the same level as everyone. Then when he was at the same level as everyone, he tripled his sessions. He did 3 sessions a day. And then it got to the point where even if all of his competition did 5 sessions a day, it would take them years and years and years to eventually be on Kobe's level. And that's because he outworked everyone. He did 1 session a day. He went from 1 session to 2 sessions a day. And then it turns into like 4 or 5 sessions a day until he was the greatest of all time. And then he made sure he stayed the greatest of all time by just keep on outworking everyone. So wake up and go attack your missions daily, and then do the morning routine before you attack the missions, and outwork everyone while they're still yawning in bed, scrolling through their phone, putting their hand down their trousers and watching some junk. You guys know what I'm talking about. Keep on achieving shit, boys. Watch your life 100x in the next 3 months. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you guys want to join me and do some one-to-one online coaching so I can make your fitness goals impossible to fail, then book a call with me below and we'll see if it makes sense to work together. Thank you very much for watching, boys.